that. Got rid of that long time ago.
I run into the hitch.
True. It's an exhaust system.
Oh.
That's the reason I've done that. But what's the true definition of a biker?
Well, everybody's got their own opinion, and a lot of it is Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Sons of Anarchy was a great show, but you got to take it as a show. Too many people thought this is what
This
it
is what
is,
happens.
and it's, you know,
Far-
you can't kill 50 people a week and have a full town at the end of the episode.
I, as far as that show goes, I think the first season kind of pull back the curtain just a little bit and let you look in the window of what it would actually be like,
Right.
and then total Hollywood from the second season on.
And, you know, of course, we all watched it all.
Yeah,
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
watched the whole
It
thing.
was great
It kept,
entertainment.
yeah, it was, but that's what it was, entertainment. I'm like you. You're not going out there and just gunning people down one after the other. And
And the movies.
Yeah.
All the old movies
Yep.
from the 60s. Well, even, you know, what was the Wild One was 50 something
Yeah,
when that
it
was
was-
done. Yeah, it was still black and white.
So, yeah. And see, that's, was it Hollister that they staged up at the drunk guy on the bike and took pictures? This is what a biker is, a drunk
Yeah.
guy who starts
yeah,
fights.
yeah,
That's
And that's what everybody's perception has been since
Yep.
50 something.
Yeah, if you don't ride a motorcycle, that's what you think a biker is. Guy that don't have a job, but yet he's got a expensive Harley.
$40,000 Harley.
Yeah. Drinking beer all the time, just riding from town to town, terrorizing people.
Yep.
When in reality, you have to work 60 hours a week.
To afford that $40,000 ride.
That's why you got so many actual doctors and lawyers and stuff that ride, because as far as a new bike, they're the ones that can afford them.
Well, until I mean, you see some younger people, but you know, we're out. You don't see a whole lot of younger people, especially riding
No, not nothing new.
newer bike. I know we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I'm in my mid 50s and I had a new one for the first time a year ago. You know, but
Well, you started out on a Sportster, and
Yeah.
we started out on British choppers.
Yeah. You just you go what you can afford. Well, I mean, you gotta have somewhere to live.
Yeah, right.
You know, and
Yeah, as you're not truly a drifter.
Yeah.
You're not just going from town to town trying to tear the place up.
but I consider myself a biker.
Well, from the eyes of people that ride,
True.
to me, it's somebody that can work on their own bike.
Yep.
Or at least, I mean, if it's not running,
Yeah,
then you
but
can pretty
common
much
knowledge is-
troubleshoot it and know, hey, it ain't
Yeah.
running because
But this might be over my head as far as technical or mechanical,
yeah.
right? So that makes sense too.
So that's where you get into the redneck. Hey, we'll just tear into this anyway, and we'll jump for some wires. It'll work.
So
This
I
is
guess
a whole
I'm
different
a
conversation.
I guess I'm a redneck biker then, right? Well, and what I'm saying is, in the past, I've always, even though I didn't really know what I might have been doing, I'll tear it down. There's always somebody tearing it back together. You know?
Well,
Right.
Don't be afraid of it, but that's how you learn.
But yeah,
progress.
you gotta learn.
I remember the first Triumph I tore apart. It was building it, and that transmission was locked up. And I pulled the clutch. So we had the clutch pack out, and the ball bearings went all over the floor. And I'm like, oh, where'd they come from? You know, I didn't know, but I didn't care. And so I'm getting them, and I finally found out I was supposed to have, and I don't remember now the exact amount, but I was one short. And I thought, we're going back together, one short. I mean, because there was like 30 of them.
Right.
But now that I know this, the bike should have been turned the other way
Yeah.
so they wouldn't have fell out. But
Right.
I didn't know. But I was freaking out at the time.
We
And
had a
y'all know the
guy-
bike, you know.
We had a guy that lived down the road from us. We called him Goose because they couldn't pronounce his last name, whatever it was. But anyway,
Never exhaust system. You know, listen, there's nobody down through here that owns anything with exhaust.
but anyway, I still remember what Goose told me when I got that old Triumph or that Norton. He said, if you don't know what you're doing or how to work on it, he said, buy a book. And I always remember that. If you don't know what you're doing, buy a book.
Yep.
Well, now we're into the digital era, so it's get online.
Get online, find it.
YouTube, greatest thing invented.
Well, I mean, we've all used it. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
For one thing or another. So the true definition of a biker is somebody work on their bike,
That's what I think.
somebody rides.
But,
How often?
well, see, that's it. So, you know,
Yeah, I
is
mean,
it
you
weekend
got
or
you
is
got
it every day?
you got
Is it
the
not-
weekend warriors.
Yep.
You know, and do I ride as much as I could?
So
Or
that's
do we?
it. How
How dedicated are you?
you've got a home and a family, so I mean, and a job. Because if you don't have a job, you can't afford the bike. So you've got. There's times you have to be an adult. You have responsibility. You have to work, pay your bills, and then whatever free time you got. When it comes to choosing mow the yard or ride the bike,
I mowed today. I
I'm
had
not.
to do some adulting, right?
Right. Well, me too.
But I don't know. But you know,
Well, you have a lot of people that will also associate the party life,
right,
drinking,
Biker
drugs, and all
trail.
that.
And it's,
I've known people that's what they done. They got on their bike, they went out to bars or whatever, partied, and then they got into church or just for whatever reason they
Yeah.
stopped drinking, and they couldn't just get on their bike and ride it.
Hmm.
They would sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, they just every time they rode, they associated riding with drinking or partying
True.
or doing whatever.
I get that 100%.
So they got rid of their bike because, I mean, even if they knew people that wasn't in that lifestyle, just to go out and ride with them, still they had that urge. You're out riding, there's a bar, and you just you got that. So they would just sell their bike and completely be done with
That's
it.
true. So, you remember yesteryear when we had a rub?
rub.
So what, you had your rubs and your yuppies, and then it went to wannabes.
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 And I think now the
Poser.
new thing is the poser.
Poser.
And again, you wonder if that wasn't Hollywood, Wild Hogs. Because, I mean, that was kind of the whole big thing there from the club. They were all posers.
We've all heard that so many times. It's like, you know, and I will say, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
But, you know.
'Cause we all know
come
people
on,
with
man.
that mentality.
Absolutely.
I mean, some
people drop their bikes.
some
You
people
don't-
go across parking lots with the front wheel in there. And some people don't like hot dogs, you know. And some people try to put diesel in their tanks. I mean, I don't know.
Somebody's always, let's ride, let's ride.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all in, I guess, where you're from, kind of lifestyle you have. Because you know the Christian
State of mind.
Motorcycle Association and groups like that, they even go to rallies where there's wet t-shirt contest and alcohol sold and all that, and they abstain from all that.
Right.
They stay back at their little campsite or whatever till that's done, and then
Right. There you go, minister.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you got. I mean, there's so much out there. Was it riding associations and riding clubs?
Yeah, RAs and then the clubs and the motorcycle ministries and just the motorcycle groups, whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many different things and different. I'll say classes. I don't know.
Yeah.
How you, I mean,
Kind of, I mean, yeah.
but what makes
But see, like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was outlaw motorcyclists. That's all there was.
Yep.
And then Honda come out with,
You meet a
with
nice
the
guy.
nicest people on Honda. So then they shifted their image, and it's like it's completely, over the years it's changed. It's like
Well, in the
a
last 10
hardcore
years,
biker. Or
last
just,
10 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's changed to, just like that the lone wolf thing
Yeah.
now has
It's-
become basically a club.
Yeah,
You know?
the no
Yeah.
club is actually
club
a
is a
club,
club.
of a no club.
So what's the? I mean,
And a lot of that is you can go back to Hollywood when they actually put Indian Larry in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people loved what he was doing, and he had the Lone Wolf No Club tattoo. And from that, everybody's like, "Oh, I want to be just like that."
Yeah.
So you got a whole bunch of
which
people running
turned into
around.
a following, which is really a
Yeah.
club.
It's,
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah, you had 3 people wearing the same pants. They're a club.
I mean, with us group of people, or that we ride together, and we've rode together for so many years, and back and forth. Some people's kind of dropped off, and other people's added, and
Right.
Yeah.
it's kind of, but basically it's the same few of us, that's always kind of
Same
Yeah.
mind thought.
state of mind
Yeah.
thought. It's like I know, especially with us 3 riding, we it's like
When you see that, when
because
you
we rode together so much.
when you
know?
do some kind of group ride,
Mhm.
whether it's a charity event thing like we done here recently, or it's just 5-6 people, 10, whatever, just gonna go ride somewhere.
Right.
There's some more of your neighbors.
Yeah,
No, he must be visiting. I think he's got a muffler.
he didn't earlier today. He's put that on there. Got a little tone to it now.
Yeah, you see people that, and some of these people been riding for years. They've just never rode in a group of people,
Right.
and they don't know. I mean, they're just all over the place.
All over.
Where we've rode together for so long that we all have basically the same style riding.
Except Hot Dog is always a tail gunner. Always. And you can look back, and I guarantee you, if you're on a 3-lane up a mountain, if we go the right lane, and we all know why we go the right lane.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes we don't.
So,
I mean, it's just, and if there's something behind us and we know that's wanting to come on, he's over. If ain't nothing behind us, and there's not like up in Kentucky, they got the passing.
Yeah.
So if you're in the left lane, they can pass. And so I usually tuck over. But I can look back, and before we come to the end of that thing, he's over there hogging that lane up, so nobody can interrupt what we're
right.
trying to accomplish.
That and
Bit tight.
your distance.
Yeah.
I mean, we rode with people that think there needs to be 40 foot between them and the bike in front of them. And when you do that,
Or 4 miles.
yeah, but when you do that, if you're going through a town, you're either going to get stopped at a red light and the rest of them's going on, or somebody's going to get in between.
Yep.
And interstate riding, I mean, people don't care. You got to
No.
ride tight.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah. Red lights. Boy, that's something, ain't it? What do you do? Turns yellow.
I know what some people do.
No, some people do. We've all experienced it, ain't we?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, do I gun it or do I back off?
Well, it depends how many's in the group. Can everybody
True,
make
true,
it through, or can
true.
only?
That's what I'm thinking.
True.
If there's 3 or 4 and we're riding tight together, when the leader hammers it, everybody else is going to hammer too.
I mean,
But if it's a group that you're not used to
You got
being
several,
with,
then
you're
yeah.
better off to start slowing down and
I
stopping.
remember one time at Oak Ridge, pulled up. I can't remember who it was. Seemed like it might have been Buzzard. Ooh, between 2 of us, I don't remember who it was. Holy crap, boy! Because we had plenty of time to stop, Well,
right.
he was wide open all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Still is. But yeah, it's a. So Trude, what's up, buddy? You little hot? Oh, did you bring the corn out here? You gonna share his corn with you, Mike? Yeah.
I don't think there is a true definition of a biker.
I mean, guys on Harleys bikers, or guys on sports bike bikers,
Ooh.
or guys on Honda Groms. Are they bikers?
Well, if you listen to the news, somebody on a bicycle does something, and they'll call him a biker.
Right.
So I mean, I guess depends on what level of society you're in is going to kind of shape what your opinion is of a true biker.
Do you have a goatee? Do you have to have a beard? Do you got to have long hair?
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. It's the image that
Yeah. Do I have to have sleeves?
Right.
You know, because I mean, I you know, there's a lot of people that associate that. You know, you got sleeves.
Yeah.
He's automatically, you know, bad boy or whatnot. I mean, I know, which I've got a few, but
Right.
I know people that are, I'll say, hardcore bikers don't have none.
Right.
Yeah.
I know the
So
tattoo culture has changed so much. That when I was growing up, if you saw a guy with a tattoo, he was in the military.
Or
Yeah.
prison.
And then as I got
Or both.
older, it was
Yeah.
like if you saw that, it was
that's true.
military or prison. Then I got into motorcycles, and it was bikers had them.
Yeah.
And now, kid down the street's got a tattoo gun. He tattoos a 12-year-old brother. You know?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and myself. I mean, there's some good looking art out there.
Oh yeah,
You know?
there's
And I mean, there's people that's got $30,000-$40,000 arms. I'd rather have $30,000-$40,000 motorcycle.
right.
I mean, and that's just me. I when it comes to that, I've not seen enough stuff that makes
Right.
me want to go.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
what
just
you
me,
like
you know.
today, are you going like 20 years from now on your skin?
True.
You see a lot
Well,
of that.
that's why sometimes I've got a beard, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, because we change. I mean, you know, my hair used to be long, and it's not now. You know, well, I mean, lifestyles change too.
Right, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
you said, weekend warrior. What are they called? Are they a true biker? Here's what I think. Man, this may, you know, depending on where I'm at, then I leave my bike sitting there unlocked, or my bucket hanging there. If I'm around a bunch of what I feel is bikers, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to bother nothing. It's all because of respect.
Yeah.
But you've got so many people out there now that are wishy-washy. I don't know what you call them, you know. That, do you trust them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because in my definition of a true biker, I ain't going to bother your stuff or your stuff or my stuff.
Right.
Just like I'm not going to bother. It ain't mine. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Because there's a nice looking bike sitting there, and you're looking at it. You don't just hop on and say, "Man, I like the way this feels," because somebody will beat you down. You know, and it's respect. You
Yeah.
just
But is there all that respect out there anymore?
not
You know what I'm
anymore.
saying?
No one has respect
No.
for anything.
No.
It's
Yep. And I wave at people, bikes, no matter if they're on a whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I
if
mean,
they're a sport bike or whatever, I usually sling a hand out there. You know, hey,
right.
and
Well, then you got some people that won't wave, not out of disrespect. It's just something they don't do.
something they don't do. It don't bother me none.
No.
I mean, it's just, you know, hey,
Yeah.
but if you know this too, you think about it. And I've done this for years. It used to be it wasn't a wave; it was a fist. Raise that fist up in the air. Yeah, man.
Right.
You know?
Because you're right.
And then it come down to this lazy crap. I guess I don't know. Instead of this, you know.
Somebody got this whole 2 fingers down for keeping both wheels down or something like that. But I
I've
think-
never done that.
I
never.
think it's lazy. Just-
I've never stuck 2 fingers down. Usually it's a stand.
I've
I just-
done this, or I've just done
You
this.
know, I just
or,
kind of
you
stick
know.
my hand out there and wave. You know, you say, well, hey, buddy, here. Yeah, buddy. You know, bull crap. I mean,
It's a hippie wave.
oh yeah. Well, see, now I've got looks. I mean, I ain't done it in a while, but you try it.
Your dog's looking
Zeke,
for somewhere to bury his
He's burying
corn.
his corn cob.
So when you got a corn stalk coming up
Yeah.
the corner of your driveway,
But, you know, I used to do it all the time, raise that fist up.
Yeah.
And some people look at you like, And then you're thinking, dang, they're going to turn around because they think I want to fight.
Well,
You know?
if you happen to be wearing a German helmet,
Oh,
see right there,
yeah.
that's a whole other.
I've had people actually cut over in my lane when I was wearing the German helmet.
Yeah,
It's
me
like,
too. Me too.
and they're laughing and they're pointing like, yeah, it's.
Yeah,
but
and then that could go back to Hollywood again.
Yeah,
Clint Eastwood,
it's-
Every Which Way But Loose, the Black Widows,
Yeah.
Black-
they're right there. And that's another perception that people would have is movies like that, and they look at people on bikes as well, they're just a joke, they're a clown.
Yeah, they're.
Clown.
Yeah. It's either that or they go the other way, the whole hardcore out to burn the town down stuff. But you got to admit, over the years, all the campaigns Harley's done to try and change that image.
Oh, I know. No kidding.
Yeah, they've.
And I think they're still trying. Or, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they are. I
Well,
mean,
with their Pan America, they're trying to get a whole entire different.
genre of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've rode them,
Yeah,
and they're wicked.
yeah, that's something you need to go test ride one.
I don't know. I just don't like the way they look.
See there? That's,
But see-
that's,
Yep.
that's,
But
you know?
But in my mind, I'm looking at this as an adventure bike. But I'm
Enduro.
looking at a dirt bike. You know, and a
Enduro.
two-stroke.
That's how-
That's
when
that's
you
the way
sit
I
on it,
see
right.
bikes.
When you sit on that, that's exactly what it feels like. You're sitting on a big dirt bike.
That's what it feels like. Until you
you-
twist that throttle, it's like, oh, you better hang on.
And you're what, 150 horses or
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah.
Though I would like to try the live wire.
That way you can go.
You make your own noise.
Well, no. I just thought of
Yeah,
this.
you put the spokes in the
Remember we used to put a card on it?
Put the playing card in the spokes. There you go.
Oh,
Now, if the live wire ever catches on, there'll be some kind of little noise box or something you'll be able to buy and put on it.
yeah. We're going to get Zeke real quick. He's going to get them boys up.
I don't think he's going to listen to you. Man, this is a busy road.
Yeah, I mean, to go nowhere, it's.
Yeah, the Pan America, it's something totally different than
I
what
watched your
anything-
guys' review, and then I watched 2 or 3 others online review, and then they all had good things to say about it. It's just
Kids walk
I don't know.
every evening. He doesn't. He don't.
I can't see you taking it very far off road. You know,
That's kind of what we talked about with all that technology in it. What happens when you drop it and crossing a creek or something?
exactly. You're stranded. That's
Of course,
why,
then again, I mean, we've been caught in monsoons.
He ain't quit yet.
Yeah,
What? But that's the way with anything though. That's made today.
I know there's way too much technology. I'm just
Too much electronics.
yeah.
It ain't like it used to be. Like you pull over the side of the road, and I mean we had enough tools
Oh, you,
combined that we could,
all you
and
need
most
is-
of them enough parts to build an engine.
Yeah. I mean, all you
know?
needed was a roll of tape and a roll of wire, and you're still on the road.
Crescent Ranch.
well, I can remember Dad talking about the A models.
Oh yeah.
Just some bell and wire and
And tie the tie
Power
rod in back
pliers.
on and drive home.
yeah.
Yeah, technology's come a long ways. For better or for worse, you think?
Yeah, it's for better when it works.
Well, and we say it a lot at work. Technology's great when it's working.
when it's working.
When it's
Well,
working.
that's-
Computers are awesome, but boy, as soon as they give you a hiccup, you're kind of dead in the water, you know.
You look at the bikes that had the points,
Yep.
and the condensers and all that.
Yep.
I mean, it was the bikers then. They had to work on the stuff. You had to, side of the road, but you could find the parts house, and a lot of times go in and get like a set of points out of
whatever.
an old Camaro or an Nova or something, and put them on it.
I always carried points and a pack of matches to gap them with. You know?
When I started riding, I could actually afford the filler gauges. So,
But
yeah, and I mean they were high maintenance bikes, and then once the technology got up to the electronic ignition and all that, you didn't have to work on them. I mean, for the 5 times you had to work on the points, you didn't have to work on the electronic ignition.
True.
But that one time you did, you were pretty much down.
Yep.
It was
they're even trying to figure it out.
at that time. It was
Yeah.
find a payphone and call somebody that had a truck.
Those days are long gone.
Yeah,
No.
there's still a few poles up where the payphones used to be, but there's
Ain't
no
no guts
payphones
there.
anymore.
Somebody sold them on eBay, ripped them off, collected them.
So what do you think about patches?
Depending on what it might
What
be.
it is?
You talking about like just?
I mean, if somebody goes out and buys a 3-piece patch and then
I think they're kind of silly.
they're making
Yeah.
a big mistake. A big
I
mistake.
think if you're doing that, if you don't care
Or
Or-
you've watched
or
movies.
you've watched it, you
You've
don't,
been influenced
or you don't
by-
understand.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
Because like we've said a while ago, it's all about respect.
Right.
You leave my stuff alone, I'll leave yours alone. You leave my patch alone, you know.
Right.
So
Well, you had there for a while. It was a big deal with Black Label Society.
oh yeah,
Which I mean, Zach Wild's got some good music, but that 3-piece patch that he come up with, yeah, it's fine for him to wear it in his videos, but for you to order that stuff, put it on a vest, and then get on a motorcycle,
could be kind of iffy. Huh?
you're going to run
Or
into
maybe-
somebody.
Maybe not even on a motorcycle.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
wearing it around.
Right.
You're going to run into somebody that's like, hey,
I mean, as far as me saying something to somebody wearing it,
No, I mean,
No.
yeah.
and the thing of it is, the way I feel about that too is I don't think anybody should, you know,
Yeah.
what's hurting, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
well,
mean,
it might be worth letting them know, hey, man, if you run into an actual club member, they're probably going to have a problem with you wearing that.
or they might be just laugh it off.
yeah. They
Yeah.
might say what a joke this person is, and then they may, you
It
know,
depends on if he's prospecting or not.
right.
Hey,
The prospector's
you know.
got to step up and say, "Hey."
So I don't know. Huh?
Is that another one of your neighbors?
Yeah.
That's the same one he just went on and took the muffler off?
Oh, my
He come through here a while ago. It actually didn't sound all that bad. He took the mufflers off. I
It
love
fell
stuff.
off.
I love stuff muffler shop, not charge nobody. I don't know. Them girls sitting in there where it's nice and air conditioned,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is probably down to 80 now.
And not a whole lot of mosquitoes
Yeah.
in there either.
There's no sun out here though. Not beaming down on you.
See, I told you that was all just heat thunder. It wasn't gonna rain.
You better be quiet right now for a little while anyway. There's the garage if you don't want to get wet. Take your bath for the week. Boy, it was some good rain we caught in the last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in worse and kept riding, but we didn't have that big
Yeah.
a group.
No,
either.
again, it was a group,
It was a
and-
big group. So
Don't know how many of them. Well, I know one of them was a fairly well known rider. I think a couple of them were.
yeah.
So it was. I guess the guy leading the group done the right thing by pulling off
I
what
agree,
he did.
100%, 100%. That's why he was a leader.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But yeah, they're sitting there under trees and it lightning around us was probably not the brightest thing we've ever done, but probably wasn't the dumbest either. That's fun though, you know. It just brings the memories to.
And to me, there's
Yeah.
something else to be a biker. I mean, the memories.
Yeah.
especially when you get to the point where you can't get around. Then you can sit around and talk about, hey, remember when we went on that ride? And
So, what's the? When is the point that you trailer to get somewhere?
I don't.
Do you call that personal biker? That trailers?
Yeah, see, but I think a biker should ride where they're going. But in certain circumstances, like if you're going somewhere like Sturgis, for instance,
Right.
and your partner's going with you, and she has a bad back or something, it's all right to trailer your bike out there because
Right.
you don't want to hurt the other person.
Right.
But if you're healthy enough, ride the wheels off of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Well, I talked to a guy the other day. They were going, I think maybe down to Florida. It's him and his wife, and then I think 2 more couples. And they were all going. They were each taking their own vehicle, and he said he was just going to load his bike up, trailer it down there, and then him and his wife was going to take 2 or 3 days, and they were just going to go off and do their own thing. You know, and then come back and be with those 2 couples.
But see, back in the day, we called them rubs because remember at the rallies, the guy would pull in
Oh, yeah.
in his truck
They
with
just-
his bike,
and
and
just-
then,
Wear him out.
yeah.
But that's a lot of times the same person is putting their bike in a burnout pit and just torching it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and you're cheering him on.
Yeah, and you're cheering him on.
I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got to ride mine home.
Exactly, right. So bikers, it's hard to define.
So-
One definition of a real biker. There's,
I think that's been the smartest comment of the whole conversation right there.
Comes with
It's
age.
left up to interpretation to each individual.
yeah. Because I mean,
And
everybody.
who would have
has-
thought you would come up with
Me, yeah.
something as intelligent as that?
I have my moments.
Very few of them. but-
Very few, but yeah, proud of the ones I do have. And it's captured for proof.
Maybe.
That'd be the one part you edit out. But yeah, it's what you personally think a biker is, because everybody has their own opinion. And and I started out on a British bike and I moved up to a Harley. I've owned a few Japanese bikes, but
Me too.
it's just not the same sound. It's
I've rode little of everything, as we all have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't. To me, I mean, and it's everybody's to their own brand.
Right.
Is I don't get the same feeling on other bikes than I do a Harley.
Right.
That same euphoria. I don't know what you call
Well,
it.
not only that, but to use brotherhood.
True.
Well, like the dealerships.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people throw off on dealerships because I mean they do overcharge.
Right.
I mean, we'll be honest.
Yep.
But you can go to a Harley dealership and then you've got like different stages set up, concert stuff going on. How many Honda dealerships or even Indian dealerships can you go to?
Not many.
And there's that.
That's
Right,
That's
that's
true.
true. Yeah, they make their shops a destination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and we've always said, you know, it's not about the destination. We just talk about it. You know, it's about the
It's
ride
the
there
ride,
and
yeah,
all
it's
the
journey, not the
the
destination.
adventures that we all have run into over the last 20 plus years.
Right.
You know,
I mean, you walk into the majority of the dealerships, and there's a couch or something there.
Yeah.
I mean, people sat around.
where was we were somewhere and we went up to Shenandoah and we sat on that couch. And it just kind of sucked you up and
Was
we've
that
been on the road
Asheville?
no, I don't think. I think it's on a well, it wasn't Asheville.
Black Wolf, maybe?
I don't remember.
I think we were in Virginia.
Yeah, but
So
I
maybe.
mean, we'd rode for a long, pretty
Yeah.
good piece, you know, and we sat down there and oh man, this, you shouldn't make this so comfortable. Because it don't take much for old man to nod off,
Yeah, I guess the mystique, would that be what you call it?
Yeah.
The legend or whatever of the brand is what's drawn so many people to Harley.
Yeah. But
And then when you get to researching the history of it and all the ups and downs, and you really ain't got that with the metric bikes.
no. But I'm a Gold Wing lover.
Yeah.
I don't own one. But I mean, yeah, I would like to have one. I mean, but to me, and I ride Road Glide, which is a touring bike. I don't know. I don't know. I like the way the Gold Wing looks. And I don't remember that guy's name. I was up there last week.
I never did catch his name. but
And I know him. Anyway, man, the thing's got a lot of little gadgets on them, But
Yeah.
no, it's more than gadgets,
Right.
But
Just when it comes to bike, it's ride what you like or what you can afford.
Yep. I rode what I could afford for years, and
Right.
I'm still riding what I can afford.
You
let's be
remember
honest with you.
back in the early days, like going to the Cherokee bike rally
Man,
and making the comment, that dude's on a $20,000 bike.
no
I've got
kidding.
nothing in common with him.
Nothing.
And of course, we were in our 20s then. Well, you might have been a little older, but
No, man.
I was in my 20s and thinking that too. Like, I'm riding an antique bike. I can't afford a brand new bagger.
Man,
So how many people do you think see us riding a new bagger and think, I got nothing in common with them guys?
might be right. But maybe I don't have a lot in common with these younger people because there's not a lot of the younger people riding
Nope.
anything.
Nah.
Well, a few sport bikes, and we met two young guys not long ago on those
Yeah.
adventure bikes, and them dudes was cool as they could be, and they
And they
rode
were from Morgan County, I
yeah,
believe.
Morgan County,
Around Morgan
but
County.
they rode in a different style.
Yeah,
They're
they
doing
were
eventually
doing the-
off road,
Right.
and
The Transamerica Trail.
yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
They were on their break from college, and they done the East Coast part of it, and going back to school, and then after they were doing the West Coast part of
Yep.
it.
So I don't know. It's I would call them bikers.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
Yeah,
they were
because
sleeping in the dirt.
they were kind
They
of
had,
doing what we used to do.
Yeah.
They had the patch kits for their tires. They had used one of their inner tubes, so they were looking for somewhere to stop to buy another spare, just in case they had to do it
Yeah,
again.
So-
yeah, I mean, yeah. The definition
Just a
is
different-
so,
It's a different
They're-
style or a different,
yeah.
type of terrain. I kind of like pavement, with no potholes, but you can find the pavement.
You can find the
You can find the
potholes.
potholes.
Until election time comes around, then they seem to do a pretty good job about taking care of the potholes.
A few of them, at least. Oh, there's a video online. I don't remember. It just popped up. About how to fix a pothole. Around here, it'll be a hole, and they'll sling a shovel full of hot something in it.
Hot mix.
Right? And and this happened the other day when it come all that big rain. There's a big hole on the interstate, and it's gone. All that was laid all over the place, and now there's a big hole in the interstate. People hitting it. I happen to know where that's at, so I, avoid that. But the thing of it is, there's a video on there, and it amazed me. And they cut out a square, right? And they dug that up, and it went so deep, and made it a square, cleaned it up, and then laid the asphalt in there and run a roller over it, and it blended right in with the road, and it's done. That's the proper way to fixing it instead of slinging something in it. You know what I'm saying?
I've always heard that the Autobahn over in Germany,
Right.
that's all concrete. And they say when it gets a place, there's like so big of a section, they just completely take it out and re-pour it.
In a square, so it bonds.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're just throwing something because it's like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
it's a
yeah.
concave hole, so it has nothing to bond to. But when you cut it out and level it out, it has something to
Yes.
adhere to. And then, I mean, when they got done with it, maybe I can look it up and I'll send it to y'all. But it was flat. You couldn't even tell there was ever a hole there. Here you can because they make speed bumps out of it. You know what I'm saying?
How was it? They invert a pothole.
Yeah, inverted pothole. It had a hole. Now I got a speed bump. That's just the facts of the matter. Boy, it's done. 12 hours worth of smoked food. I'm about hungry again too.
Really?
Oh man.
It was good though.
Thank you. I slaved over that. I started it, fed it. That's about it, you know.
Yeah, well, he actually put a video out of how he smoked it.
On one of them. It's been a while back.
Yeah, a couple of months maybe.
I think I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning that morning. I wasn't doing that today. I did get up at 5. Well, that's normal for me, you know. But that 2 o'clock, starting to smoker, and I sitting there watching it for a while to make sure everything was going to be. Then going back to bed and that on my mind. I got a smoke on the back porch going, you know. It's hard to sleep, you know. That's the way I am. I don't know where this wood come from in my truck.
Camping trip a while back.
Might have been. Yeah, probably was. Probably was.
Hey, welcome back to the handlebar garden.
Today,
I guess we were just kind of rambling.
did you set that up there? Anyway, check mark, like it, subscribe,
Hit the notification bell.
ding, 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 and we'll try to put y'all out some good content real soon. Until then, until we put out some good stuff, we'll keep making this crappy stuff. See ya.